serpent? You have the serpent?
Yeah, he's going for it. He's going for the serpent. He heard Michaela. He took her advice. Gotta use those long legs. All right.
Why don't you meet me up in Tokyo?
Being on American Ninja Warrior, now that he has competed and the video has been released.
Hopefully you've seen it by now. It was hard for us to not talk about it for this long, but we can finally talk about it. We can talk about our experience. So we're gonna watch the video.
Anyway, I did an Instagram live really quick. We pulled it up on the TV and we didn't really give anyone much warning because we kind of forgot about it. So we're gonna rewatch it. We're gonna explain a little bit about the process, what it's like, and just kind of let you guys know since we couldn't really like do any behind the scenes stuff and things like that. So
yeah, I feel bad. We forgot to remind everyone when it was going live.
we got in like later that night. Jonas
We flew in like 2 days before. Then the day before we
yeah.
did media. So it was like interviews, B-roll. If you saw like the teaser, maybe we can throw it up right here.
Coming up, Michaela Skinner had an Olympic dream. Her husband's got a ninja dream. He's on the course and she's in the booth with us when American Ninja Warrior returns.
It shows some of the B-roll that we did. And then the next day, they bust everyone to the arena. What, like 8 a.m.?
8 a.m. and I had to go with them at 8 a.m. and sit
Because she was
around.
commentating while I was running.
Yeah, so they had me go with him, and all the participants out of 80 people had to go at 8 in the morning, and then you just sit there and wait till your turn's up.
It was kind of cool because I could watch people go before me, but it was also, I don't know, it was kind of stressful because I was just sitting there, like not really doing anything the whole day.
If you know Jonas, I guess you guys probably don't know this, but he gets really sweaty armpits. And
I'm just sweaty in general.
after sitting there, so Jonas was like number 30, were you 36, 38?
I was like right in the middle.
He had to wait around for like 4 or 5 hours till he went, and he was only 36 out of 80 that day. And his armpits, by like the time he was about to go up, literally drenched, like all the way
My
down.
My hands were like dripping sweat.
It was so bad.
I was not nervous at all until that day. Like leading up to it, I was really excited. The day before, I was really excited, felt totally fine. And then that day, woke up and I didn't really eat breakfast. And they had like food and snacks for us while we were there at the arena, and I like didn't really eat anything. I don't know, I just got nervous that day. So I was like sweating.
Well, now you know how I feel.
Yeah, now I kind of know how Michaela feels. But I was sweating, and I was kind of tired from just sitting there all day, just watching everyone run. And there weren't that many people that made it all the way through.
Well, then I was sitting there and was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe these people are falling on the first obstacle. Like,
no, yeah, it was scary because a lot of people fell in the first one, a lot of people fell in the second one, and there's 6 obstacles, right? And so I was just sitting there watching people fall, everyone fall after another. One thing I have to say before we turn this on, the third obstacle, and you'll see what happens. So they did a walkthrough for everybody before anyone started running. The producer got everyone, and they had testers. So my friend Ian was one of the testers, just ninjas that are working for them. And they explained to us the rules. They say, hey, this is the first obstacle, this is how you do it, we're gonna have a tester run it. So they had someone run the first obstacle. This is the second one, this is how you can do it, blah, blah, blah. The third one was balance. And the tester that they had run the balance fell, like towards the end, but he caught himself on the block and climbed up. As I was watching before my run, a lot of people did the same thing. Like they fell, but if you're going fast enough, you can fall into the pad and you can climb up and you're fine, you don't land in the water. So you'll find out why that's important later, but basically that was in my head, like, okay, just go fast enough so you don't fall in. But anyways, the testers did each individual obstacle. They showed us how it was done, and then we had to wait for everyone to run. I was in the middle of the pack, so by the time I ran, it was like 4 or 5, right? Mm-hmm. And we'd been there since 8, and I hadn't really eaten anything, and I was just kind of sweaty. And
they don't let you test the course before.
Mm-mm.
So you kind of just go for it, and it really humbled me when we went to do the couples edition. They did let us practice the course before it started, and that I was really thankful for that, because I knew ninja was hard, but I didn't realize how hard it was. And so it really humbled me because, like, when I was there watching Jonas, I'm like, I can't believe these guys are falling. Like, I could get up there and do it. And then when I tried it, I'm like, this stuff is actually really hard. So anyway, I was proud of Jonas for even attempting and doing and trying because...
Yeah, it was weird because I train in the gym all the time. And the gym has a lot of obstacles when I go to, but it's like...
Doesn't compare.
Yeah, because every year on the show they add new ones. And like the layout's different, and so you can't. It's like impossible to like train exactly for what you're going to compete. And so I have done all these different obstacles, but you show up at the day that we're competing, and that's when I see all the obstacles, and I have to like do them in my head because you don't get a warm up run.
Also, if you hear some banging in the background, we got some construction going on because there's
building
still
houses
building
next to
houses
us.
Around us. So
that's what all the loud bang noises are.
yeah, and don't mind me. I worked out and I look gross. So
anyways, finally my time comes up. They have me on deck. There's two people that run before me. They pull me up, but before I go up on stage, one of the guys is there and he's like, I'll give you a sign when it's time to go up. And so he's like listening on his earpiece and he's like, just wait. And that's when Michaela started talking to Matt and Akbar up in the commentator stand. And they were talking for like 10 minutes.
well,
it was so bad. I was just standing there. I was already sweating really bad. My hands were like, because I was just nervous, you know.
And you can't use like liquid chalk
you
or
can't
anything
use chalk
on the
or
course.
anything. And I really need chalk. I practiced with it. So I'm like, they had a towel like to wipe off your shoes or something, you know, so you'd have better grip. And I'm like rubbing my hands with it. And I was just sitting there. I was just like ready to go. And he'd be like, okay, nope, just wait. And they were just chatting it up.
It's because we were chatting and then they made us go back and then start again just to make sure we got it.
Just to make sure I was iced.
Yeah,
by the time I started. Finally, however many minutes later, he's like, okay, you can go.
Yeah, but that was me at Classics. Remember I was stuck on bars for like ever because they didn't know how to judge the girls' bar team before me because she didn't complete and finish everything and like didn't do a bar dismount. So I was staying there literally for like 15 minutes, just standing there, and then I went up and still had a bar team, so you just gotta be able to handle these situations, babe.
That's true.
Well, we got something special for this next runner. Joining us in the host tower right now, our friend from Tokyo, 2020 Olympic silver medalist in the vault, Michaela Skinner. Hey, there's the hardware.
Woo-woo!
We brought it.
Well, we brought it up here not just because you're athletic prowess, but because you have a pretty good connection to this next runner. He happens to be your husband.
So finally, I get to go up on. That spot. I was standing there. I promise you for like 10 or 15 minutes, just waiting.
7 inches of it.
Okay, that's what I like to see. No shirt.
There's the handstand.
Also,
My handstands are usually a lot better than that.
I thought it was
right?
okay. Yeah, but I mean, you
don't-
didn't want to hold it forever because then your arms were gonna get tired. So you.
I was trying to hold it forever. I was trying to
Really?
make it good, but
I thought it was fine.
look.
I mean, I don't think you should have held it forever because then your arms would have been
I like to
tired.
see no shirt.
So I like to see no shirt. All right.
I guess it was all right. I don't know. My handstands are usually better than that, but. And then, what'd you say? You said 5
I said
out
I'd
of 10.
give that handstand a 5 out of 10.
And then those are my friends in the Zoom screens. Down below, that's Hiram. He trains me at the gym. I call him Coach Hiram. And then the top one, just a bunch of my friends from home. And there's like 10 of them in there. It's my family.
This first obstacle is.
And then it says
freaking
Jonas's
hard.
family, but on both ends, you can see Joe on the far left. He's just a ninja buddy
He's in
of
a
mine.
black shirt.
Yeah, he's like one of the most famous ninjas of all time. He's a cool guy. And then Ian is next to my brother. And Ian, I trained with him at the gym here, and he was one of the ninjas testing the course.
Man, it's really easy to fall, like, so we better bring it.
If you watch close, you'll see I almost fall right here.
It's just like.
It's a lot more wobbly than it looks.
You have to like run straight and fast. If you start going slow, you start tilting. It's so weird.
I can't. I'm feeling sick right now.
This one I wasn't super worried about, but I just saw so many people fall on it.
Well, you guys watched me do a 6-foot lache, and Jonas just right here did 9-foot lache. Then what was the second one? 6 foot?
It wasn't. Look, I hit my head on the bar though. Watch.
I know because you went way too hard. You didn't need to go that hard.
I like almost hit it, but
That's like in gymnastics, so sometimes you like catch really close and then you like,
Yeah.
it's so funny. You were breaking a sweat a little?
yeah. So here you can choose between the dominoes and the snake
It's
and
called something else. What is it
the
called?
dragon, I think. I don't
No.
know.
I think,
Gotta use those
I
long
forget.
legs.
He had said it.
Nice.
Oh.
Man.
His feet touch the water. Disappointed, but you know what? He got to live out.
Sad.
I was so mad when he fell.
I was mad.
Because when I was sitting up there, they had like different angles like popping up on the screens. Because when you're talking, there's like screens like where I'm standing. They have screens set up for them to watch on, and all I could see was Jonas's arms and head on the other side. So I'm like, oh, he saved it. And then they switched the camera really quick, and his feet are just like in the water, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, but I also just wanted him to at least make it to the third or fourth obstacle, because I'm like, that would suck, you know, to get all the way here and you fall on like the first obstacle. So he did make it halfway, which I was really happy. But
Going
also
back to what I said earlier, like when I was going through my head of all the obstacles and how to do them all, that one, a lot of people fell kind of like I did, because the snake, it's got those interlocking segments and they get looser and looser as you go on. And so everyone's like, the first few steps are good, and then towards the end it just slips out from under you. And so many people fell into the pad like I did, but were able to climb up. So that was in my head. I'm like, well, hey, if I slip or if I start to fall, I'll just make sure I'm going fast enough so I can hit the pad and climb up. But what I didn't think was I've got longer legs than anyone. I was the only person the whole day that got out that way. I was the only one that didn't actually fall in the water. But I remember my foot slipped, so I'm like, oh, gotta go. And then, you know, I jump, I catch it, and then my head's above the pad, and I could see the rest of the course, and so I was like, yes, I made it. And then all the lights go red, and I realized that my feet hit the water, and I felt a splash. I was so mad. I'm like, are you kidding me? Because I had like never even thought that would happen. You know, it looks like the water is pretty far up, pretty far down, but I guess it's really not.
When you have to go up and swing on things, you're really high. But anything where it's balance and stuff like that, it's like lower.
Yeah.
Which kind of stinks, because I guess that's like the same level from where you're running onto it, you know, from where it is. So it's not like you're getting way up there. So
I was bummed. I definitely could have done the next one. The next one was pretty easy. It was just some rings that you move, and then a ball goes into a hoop, and then you have to swing, catch something, swing. That's easy. I could have done that.
You could have done the warped wall.
The last one, before the warped wall, that one was pretty difficult.
Yeah.
So.
But I think you could have made it to the second to last obstacle before the warped wall. But I kind of feel like you would have probably fallen on that one. Not to be rude, but
Probably.
But if he would have completed this course, he would have been the first person to complete it, being 6'7".
I would have been the tallest finisher in Ninja history.
And if you go up, what are the two height difference for the warped wall? There's is it 12 feet?
I mean, yeah, there's one that's 12, one's 18, I think.
And if he would have gone up the 18 feet, you win $10,000.
And I do that one in practice every day, no problem. I just run right up it. So like I trained for that so much, I didn't even get there, which is kind of dumb. But I decided I'm going to be going for it next year. So we'll see if I make it back on the show, and then if I make it back on the show, we'll see if I can actually hit the buzzer this time.
Matt and Akbar, if Jonas is back on the show next year, I better be up there commentating you with every single person.
You want to do that?
Well, if I'm going to be there all day, I'd
No.
rather be up there watching and commentating than sitting around for like 6 hours. They should have just like shuttled me there like an hour before he was supposed to run, and then if it got delayed, then like I would have just sat there. But they made me go with him at 8 in the morning, and I sat around for hours. And then I felt stressed because when I'm competing in gymnastics, you know, we go off with our coaches and all the girls, and we're doing our own thing, getting in the arena, getting adjusted before we start. And with Jonas, I felt like I was just there. I was bugging him, and like I was like, this is his big moment. He needs to focus. And I'm just like sitting here with him, and it's stressing me out. and like making me feel sick, and I'm like, this is horrible, but
Overall, it was fun. It was a good experience. It was a bummer to go out the way that I did, but I feel like I did the first few obstacles well, so
the thing is you never know.
you never know.
Even the best ones fall, so it's like Jonas could train a whole nother year, and you just don't know.
Yeah, there were some really good ninjas that should have beaten the whole course easy that fell in the same one I did, so you never know. But it was fun. It was a good experience. Glad we could finally talk about it. You'll have to wait a whole other year for us to talk about the couples one, because that doesn't go on until next season. But when that finally airs, I'm sure we'll do a similar video. We'll watch it live. We'll break it down.
And everybody told me that I should continue ninja because I'd probably be really good at it if I like stuck with it. No.
Yeah, well, you didn't stick with it, so you'll never know.
I don't care. I am not doing that again. We'll talk about it a year from now. We'll let you know all the details. Ninja is really, really hard, so don't judge it until you try it. I've learned from my own experiences. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to comment down below. Give Jonas a lot of love. And make him feel good for getting to the third obstacle. And root him on for hopefully next season. And as we always say, make sure to comment down below some other videos you guys want to see. I know I say it every time. We are the worst because Jonas and I have been so busy. This last month I've been gone every single weekend, traveling, doing things. People had asked about a Hawaii vlog, and honestly, I love you guys and I want to share parts of my life with you. But just since the Olympics, like we did YouTube for like almost a year, and I just really have needed a break. Like I've said on social media, I don't care to post 24/7, and I just need a break, and I just want to detox and enjoy life for a little bit. And I didn't want to have to worry about having a camera because there's two other couples with us in Hawaii. So I just really wanted to enjoy it. My first big vacation since gymnastics, really. So anyway, maybe on some other trips we can vlog it for you guys. Stay tuned. We'll try to post. I know we're not good about posting every month, but we'll try to post as much as we can here and there, just to still keep you guys in the loop. Also, some exciting news I just have to share with y'all. I got my birth control taken out. Yeah, you are.
Because that's just too much information.
Well, my IUD is out. So one day, we're getting one step closer. Anyway, alright you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I love you, babe. I'm so proud of you for chasing your dream as I got to live mine. Anyway, thank you guys so much. We love all of you so much. And we'll catch you guys soon, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye guys.